Hi guys, I am Nikki Hinkle. I'm a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus, and if you're watching this video, you're probably new to the company and ready to get your business started. So I wanted to start by saying welcome. The first thing that I want you to do before you go any further on this video is I have a website I want you to pull up, and I want you to print out our new member manual. So make sure you have your printer set up or an ability to have this pulled up on the screen the whole time while we're doing this. So the first thing we're going to do is I want you to go to this website. It is files.drinkitpink.com/new ambassador. It should link you directly to our new member binder. So go ahead. I'm going to take a second. I want you to pause this video right now. I want you to make sure you get that pulled up and get that printed off. Okay, great. So you should have your new member binder ready for you now and ready to get started. So the very first thing I have in our new member binder is a quote. And this is a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. And I started with this quote because it is, it just defines the Plexus business to me so much. And it has been pretty much my quote that I have gone back to over and over and over again throughout this business. And it's something that I want you to also, when you get discouraged or down, to go back and reread this. It's a great one. So it's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds have done them better. This is important, guys, because you're going to get critics. Not everybody believes in direct marketing. Not everybody is going to believe in what you're selling. And you're going to get people who criticize you or mock you or think that you're crazy. And remember, it's not the critic who counts. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause. So your opinions that you should value are those who are actually in the arena, who are doing this business, who are, throwing themselves at it again and again, and they fall and they get back up. Those are who we want to listen to. Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. And that's by Theodore Roosevelt. And honestly, it just gives me chills every time I read it, because I think a lot of people's fear in direct marketing is failure. They don't want to be the one that people laugh at and say, I told you so, it wouldn't work. But just knowing that if you put yourself out there 100% and this still doesn't work for you, at least you know you failed while daring greatly. And this quote can apply to anything in life. So I just wanted to start us off by that, because I just think it's a great inspirational quote. So the next page we're going to go down to here is what I have put together as our Plexus Daily Checklist. This is a great list to go back to every single day to make sure that you have gone through all the things you need to do that day to work your business successfully. The first thing for sure is taking your products daily. You have to be a product of the product. Make sure you take them every single day religiously. Make sure you're doing what you're telling your customers to do. Make sure you're drinking your water. This is important. The second one is post a personal post on Facebook. Something completely unrelated to Plexus. Honestly, 2 or 3 is even better. But make sure you're posting at least one personal post on Facebook every single day. Post an engaging post on Facebook. And this can be Plexus or personal, but post something on Facebook that's going to get you comments and replies and likes. Asking questions is a great thing to do. Like, if you're going to the movies at night and you don't know what you want to see, throw that out there. What's a good movie that you've watched, or If you need a handyman around the house, ask Facebook. Anytime that you need something, ask Facebook. Anything that you can get them engaging, because the more people who comment and engage with you, the more people that are going to see your plexus post. So you need to constantly be engaging your audience. The third thing to do daily is post a plexus post every day. Try and make this as personal as possible. Ads and come off spammy. So be very, very limited in how often you use just a straight up ad. Facebook's also watching out for this, and they're starting to put people in Facebook jail. So make sure you keep your page clean and personal. It can be something as small as, I have such a busy day today, I'm so thankful for my Slim. Or I just realized I haven't had a headache in 3 weeks and I used to have them daily. Hashtag thank you Slim, or thank you Plexus, or something like that. Something that is engaging your audience and it's personal, but it's also letting them know what Plexus is doing for you. Testimonies are also huge. Check out our Plexit Forward testimonial board. Get through there, read the testimonies. There's some phenomenal ones. Share them. With the testimonies, leave it a testimony though. Follow up with one customer or ambassador. As you start to build your customers and your team, you need to keep following up with them every single day. So pick a new one every day and follow up with somebody. Follow up with one prospect who you've talked to in the past but haven't in a while. Make a list of your prospects. People are going to message you, and in the beginning you may think you can remember them, but I promise you, you will not be able to. Make sure you have either, whether it's a notepad next to your workspace or it's an Excel file you have created for your business. But make sure every time someone reaches out to you about Plexus, you write their name down and what you've said to them, what y'all talked about, and the date. Make sure you're documenting when you're talking to them. So document all that. So then you can go back a month later and see, she asked me about Plexus and we haven't talked in a month. So maybe I should check in and see how things are going. The next one is talk to one new person about Plexus. This could be somebody you reach out to on Facebook. It could be somebody you pick up the phone and talk to, or it could just be the cashier at the grocery store. But make sure you're constantly reaching out to new people. And that's one of those things that's going to require you to step out and dare greatly. That's a lot harder for a lot of people. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. And the last one is read one file, a training document, or watch a training video or training calls. Do something for personal development every day. I'm fixing to show you in a minute where all of our files are located. We have a ton of different training files, different product information files. Learn your products, read up. There's tons of training calls to listen to. So these are things you're wanting to do every single day. Files, graphics, and training information. And this is where all of this stuff is at. All our files are stored on a Google Drive. So here you can go to this drive. It's files.drinkitpink.com/plexitforward. So just like the other one, except the backslash is plexitforward. Feel free to share these files that pertain to customers from the Google Drive, but do not share the entire drive. You can download the files and share a file, but don't just hand out this link to customers. This is only for our ambassadors. Also, make sure you're on our training pages. We have our Team Plexit Forward and our Testimonials Plexit Forward. So if you haven't been added to those, get with your upline and let them know that you want to be on those boards. And this file can be found in the training folder, which is what you're on right now. So make sure you have this file accessible to you. Training and opportunity calls. Here's some of these things you can be doing daily, is listening to these calls. My call, when you dial it in, you can press 10 to hear me talk. And I pretty much talk about the daring greatly. It's kind of what my call is about. Like I said, that's kind of one of my mottos. I talk a lot about vulnerability and authenticity and just putting yourself out there and being who you are, because that is so important in this business. So if that's something that you want to take time to listen to, it should be helpful. So first steps for new ambassadors. So immediately after you joined, log into your back office and play around. You're going to want to log in. You're going to want to get familiar with things, look through the reports. there's a tab that's called resources. Look through that tab. It's full of all sorts of information. So just get in there and play around. If you want to have money taken out of your check for taxes, you can do that with the e-wallet. Click on e-wallet and choose to e-wallet from commissions. You're going to choose percentage, and then in the next blank, you're going to put in the percentage you want to save in there. Remember though, this is not a savings account, so you're not going to earn any sort of interest. So it's just solely there to keep you accountable. Make sure your auto qualification is turned on. This makes you commission qualified. You are not technically a active ambassador unless this is turned on. Even if you have sales and customers, you will not get paid without it turned on. There's a video link right here. If you have the file pulled up, you can just click on the link. In this video, I fully explain auto qualification for you, and I show you step by step how you can edit your auto qualification. The reports tab is where you're going to find your financial information, all your customers, your orders, all information on your downline as once you start building your team. I also have another YouTube video there that's going to show you how to go through your reports. So that's pretty handy. So once you've gotten familiar with all of that, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tell your friends what you're doing. Get on Facebook or some other social media, Instagram, Pinterest, there's Twitter, there's lots of other ways to reach other than Facebook, but get on and tell the masses. Before you just throw it out there, I want you to really think about your why. Why did you join? Why do you want this to work? Is it for health reasons? Is it for weight loss? Does your family need this? So really think about it. Think what your why is. Be open and vulnerable with your audience. This is so important to let them see your true heart in this, because you're going to get so much more response if you're sharing your heart and what's happening here. And then let them know your why. So once you've thought about what it is, share that on Facebook. And then the last thing is make a list of your prospects that you think have a need for the products for our business. Use the Frank method for coming up with this list, and then start contacting them. So the Frank method is friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids. Your friends is obvious, and so is your relatives. Acquaintances can be things like your hairstylist or, your doctor. Neighbors is, think past just the person that lives next door, but who else is in your neighborhood? Maybe your mailman or, your meter reader. And then kids, like we have so many contacts a lot of times through our kids, whether, it's at soccer practice or at the school. So really start, use those lists to kind of come up with who you think would be great to have in your team, and really think about who your favorites would be. Come up with a dream team list. We're looking for dreamers. You're looking for somebody who believes they are worth more than the situation they are in. Those are the ones who usually go far. So those are the type that you want on your team. So the next thing is, this is a help your business grow checklist. So some other things that you can have added to help your business get up and going. One of the first things is business cards. It's important to always have business cards. There's lots of different places you can purchase this at. You can get them on Vistaprint, you can order them on Etsy, or they actually have some in our back office too. Catalogs is another thing that are great to have handy. Our catalogs are beautiful. They have all of our product information in them. You can purchase those in your back office. It tells you exactly how to purchase them here. Give these to potential customers. They're great to put in doctor's offices. If you have a doctor or a chiropractor who will work with you on this, those are a great tool to use for that. And then get labels. Labels are great to put on your products or on your, definitely on your mags, on your catalogs. If you're going to place them somewhere, make sure they're labeled. And put them on your products. If you're giving products to people, like if you're giving samples to somebody, you want labels on there. So these are some things that you want to invest in. You don't have to do it all at once. Make sure you do get your business cards first, though. I would say that that is the most important on that one. Our next thing, plexus gear. Those are great things to invest in. I got my plexus shirt here. You'd be surprised how many people ask when you wear plexus attire, what is plexus? So it's a great way to start conversations with people with what it is you're doing. Throw a launch party. This is a great thing to do. Now, I will say, I know a lot of us join Plexus because they're excited about the idea of not having to host a party. Many of us have come from other MLM backgrounds where it was very heavily party focused, and Plexus is not. However, a launch party really can be a great way to initially get the word out and show your friends all the products. You know, go through the ingredients and let them know what's in it. And let them, you know, taste the Slim, you know, give them a try. If you don't want to do a launch party at your house, you can do a Facebook launch party. You know, they have don't do the groups that you add them to, but do like an invite one where they can join if they want, and then pick like a time. Say, we're going to do this Saturday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and then devote those 2 hours during that launch party to explaining all of the products, and maybe give away prizes and try to engage your audience while you're doing that, so that you know people are watching and commenting, and you know, ask questions so people will comment, and then give away prizes for those who are actually on the party during that time limit. So that's kind of a great way to kind of get your business up and going. If you need help with that, again, get with your upline, and I know they'll be happy to help you with it. A 3-ring binder, print this out, stick it in a binder, keep it handy because it's going to be very helpful for you to have. And then just make sure you are sharing. I mean, that is really the #1 key to this business, is constantly being consistent and sharing our products. We have some awesome products and we need to get them in the hands of people. So just, you know, keep sharing your testimonies, keep sharing with people that you meet. If you hear somebody in the store, you know, behind you in line complaining about their, you know, their arthritis, you know, if you have fast relief cream packets in your pocket, like I keep those things in my purse, not my pocket, but in my purse, so that, you know, I can always use those opportunities to share with people